Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What's up, everybody? How are you doing tonight? How are you doing?
Very well. How about you?
I'm doing actually really well tonight.
That's a good deal.
Really, really well. I'm a little
That's a good
anxious and
deal.
a little excited.
Yeah, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You know, I mean, the competitors, they get all antsy and nervous, but so do some of the judges. And I'm going to be honest with you. I really, really honestly do.
Yeah,
Hey, I love Moses. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude, Billy. I love Moses and Moses and Rosa are amazing people. I love them both, and they're on my team, but I love them both.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I like that Moses is so animated.
Right? It is. He gets after that shit, dude. I mean, every time.
He's got to be a fun guy to hang out with. He's just got to be.
Him and his wife are amazing to actually.
I haven't really hung out with him much, but
to sit and have a couple of beers with it and be able to just chill and kick back. I love them. I love them. They're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet they are a lot of fun to hang out with on a Friday night in California.
They are. Let's just say my wife hung out with his wife before I even got to leave the tent Saturday at Slamology.
Yeah,
they had an amazing time together, and I was kind of pretty jealous. But yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, yeah. Well, that too. Yeah, you're right, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's me too. After a couple of good ones, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, my wife's a soldier, dude. Trust me. That wasn't done. What's up, Brandon? How are you, sir?
Yeah, should be a fun weekend.
It really, really, honestly is. Yes, there's always going to be them couple naysays, whatever, whoever. I don't care. They're not going to spoil my time or my weekend. It is what it is.
Right. We'll have some fun.
We're going to have a great time.
Well, y'all have some fun. I'm going to be sitting at the desk right here.
Well, I mean, it sucks to be the boss sometimes, sir.
Right? Yeah, man. I think we need to farm out this production thing.
Absolutely. Well, we're both doing great, Brandon. Thank you. But no, I'm really excited this weekend. GP kind of stepped up and helped me out a lot this weekend. So thank God for them helping me out and bailing me out, I guess I want to say. But it's going to be.
You mean for your finals? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But
yeah, that's pretty exciting. I wish I could be there. Wish I could be somewhere, everywhere.
I wish you as well. What's up, Steven? How are you, sir? Hopefully you're going to come see me on Saturday, Steven Oakley.
Yeah, Jessica, I think I'm down.
I will take your job if you want to come take mine. No. Trust me, no.
We can swap back Monday.
I don't know about that part. I'll swap you money. Sure. Let's go. I'll swap you money. No problem.
Yeah. Well, if you have a regular job, you get paid more than I do. So I'm down. I'm down to swap.
I don't know. HVAC pays pretty good, but it doesn't pay that good.
Yeah, that's like $100 an hour.
It doesn't pay that good, Billy.
So what's this?
Leave them questions like that for the judges chat, please. Let's
okay. No, I don't mind. Let's see. What does it say? So, Billy, on the world records runs, they pay $50 now. How do you want us to put it in the computer? Okay, so what he's talking about are the world records that some people are going to try and get this weekend. Be the first time we're doing world records. So,
absolutely.
So what you'll do, Pop Tart, is in their run in their regular run, you can use that score. And if they want to make it a world record, they have to back that up.
You said no, Billy.
They don't have to come do a second run just for that,
Well,
so if they give it all they got and that's what they want for their world records during their finals run, that's fine, but they got to back it up. And I doubt this happens, but let's say they run for a world record or on that run, and then they go to back it up and they get a higher score the second time. Well, they can choose to take the lower score as their world record, or they can hit it a third time within 5 minutes, roundabout, meaning they don't leave the lane, okay? And if they can hit that higher number, then they get the higher score. Otherwise, they take the lower score.
Okay.
And so, anyway, you would just denote that it's a world record on that sheet. And then you will
Jamie, how are you, sir?
fill out a form with those scores and send that to me. And then the people that do win those world records, we'll make them a plaque, nice plaque, medal to them, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if Carlos is
I was going to say, I
around.
don't think Carlos is going to run us with finals.
I don't think he did anything with anybody this year. I think he was just doing his
just a couple Vegas shows he did just to show us a little love and support.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
I think he concentrated on his test thing he's got going on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, we seen your comments, Bobby. We said hi and we loved you. I posted them up.
Jimmy don't love you no more. He's trying to ignore you.
Whatever. See, because he said hello, Billy, and he said hello, talking.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I didn't see it earlier, though.
I did see that. And we do appreciate you, Bobby. Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think Carlos has only ran like once or twice this year with us.
Yeah, I don't really know. But I don't think he'll be at finals. So, I mean, he may be there.
Yeah,
but
he might be there, but he's not running at finals.
Yeah. He probably won't be there. I think it's like 4, 5, 6 hours away from Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Richard's got a very, very large area out there. Greg Corbin he's not going to be able to come because I think he had to arrange transport for his truck because it's not legal in California. And so I think it was going to be like $2,000 to have somebody transport his truck out there.
Yes, Deathmatch is going to be at finals. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, yes. And yes, just before you ask it, we are keeping the extremes out of every class. Extreme has to run in extreme classes. Yeah, they have their own class. They're not going to run in regular classes. Before anybody asks that, extremes will run with extremes only.
Yeah.
But yes, sorry. I have a video on my channel of, wow, that's pretty badass. That is badass. I don't think I've seen that one yet. And I apologize.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's cool.
I'm going to have to watch that one for sure. Definitely.
So check this out, y'all. Tomorrow night, if you're in the general vicinity of Mobile, Alabama, tomorrow night, Jordan is doing a last-minute show for people that need one more show or whatnot. So tomorrow night, Mobile, Alabama, at 6 p.m., usually it's 6 to 9, Jordan will be there at Ultimate Audio and Fabrication. And so you'll be able to get you one more show in should you need it.
And don't forget, Jordan's up there in that area, everybody. If you guys got some more shows or some more venues that you want to put on, reach out to Jordan. I guarantee he'd be happy to run more shows.
Yeah, he covers all Louisiana, really, but we do a little bit of Shreveport, but Audio Anarchy, Brandon has been covering that spot. But Jordan covers South Mississippi, South Alabama, and Louisiana for the most part. So got a lot of area.
Just remember, if you guys down there in that region have some shows that you want, because I've heard a couple people say there's not enough shows. Well, help Jordan out. He's busy. We all work. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not trying to be rude.
Jordan does. He does Alabama every month. He does 1 or 2 in Biloxi every month. 1 in Gulfport, 1 in Biloxi. I think. I'm not sure if they still got that going on, but there's plenty of shows down here that they can get in on.
I was saying hi. Should I? Yes, you should. I don't know what you're talking about, Jamie, but yes, you should. What's up, Jesse? Those East Coast boys' base is different. I know. See, absolutely. See, Jordan's always up for shows. Definitely hit him up and let him know, guys. Obviously give him enough time so we can post it and broadcast it to make it worth everybody's while for us to be there. But we're always up to do shows. No matter what area or what region you're in, I'm sure we have somebody there. Except for we still are looking for somebody in the Oklahoma area.
And Florida.
The Oklahoma and Florida area. So I'm just saying, I guarantee there's a couple of really good stand-up people that you guys know. You need to point them our way and let us know, please.
Yeah.
By all means, just help us out.
Where in California? I don't recall. Somewhere that's going to be 110 degrees.
Always.
Right.
Always.
Yeah, we got Richard Papasan in California. He lives just out from LA. I think it's LA. I don't know the geographical region over there, but he lives by Apple. And
Bloomington is what they're saying. He's I see Bloomington.
Right.
Yes.
That's right. So yeah, so they're gonna have a good time. Gonna be fun.
Right, Jessica? I said the same thing. If somebody wants to help pay for my stuff, I'll gladly move to Florida or California or any of them really warm, dry locations. Hit me up.
Don't dry about 100% humidity, man. Right?
Well, I don't. Yeah. I'm telling you that humidity kills you.
I mean, it's like you go outside and check your mail, you come back in and take a shower.
The first year I went down there, and I've told this story 100 times. The first year I went down to Biloxi, Mississippi. Well, I don't even know if it was Biloxi. Was that Biloxi where the Scrape of the Coast is? That's Biloxi, right? So down at Biloxi, me and Jeremy Mont stayed at a casino. He was still sleeping. I took a shower, went outside to smoke a cigarette because back then I was still smoking. But I went outside to smoke a cigarette and talk to my wife. I'd no sooner just took a shower, went out, smoked a cigarette, and then came back in and took another shower. It was that bad. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, and ask Jordan. Jordan knows. I think that was the first year I was there. I think Drew Jones, which is a native of that area, he got heat stroke.
Yeah. There's a lot of the people up north that do a lot of car shows, a lot of taking pictures and stuff. Like they won't even come because they don't want to bring their camera equipment because of the humidity that messes. Affects the cameras and stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, it's bad. I mean, really, really just ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. And I've dealt with some. I like to say we're pretty hot here, but we have nothing on you guys at all. I mean, our 90-degree days are 90-degree days. Don't get me wrong. We have 100 days. We have, probably maybe half a month up here where it's in 99s and above. But that's where it stays. And we got I want to say 50 or 60% humidity. You guys got 100% humidity and 130. It's like, no, hell no.
Yeah, it is a mess.
Stop.
You talking to the bird?
No, the dogs. I don't know if you can hear them. Can you hear them? They're just yapping up there for some reason.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah, whatever. Because they're all upstairs. Right. There's a person at my front door. What the hell? That's why they're going crazy.
Yeah. Maybe you're getting a delivery.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Well, out there in California, Richard told me that they're having an abnormal heat wave right now. So normally it's 20, 30 degrees cooler.
That's crazy.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm gonna talk about while Jimmy's doing that. I'm gonna talk about the 7 shows needed for next year.
Sorry, I apologize.
The reality is, next year you're not really gonna have to have 7 shows. You are, but you're not. So we're gonna start some 2-time shows. They'll probably be later in the year, not early in the year, but probably later in the year. So each judge will have an opportunity if they want to run a 2X show. So, that'll count for 2 of them. You won't. So that'd be only 6 shows, and just depends on the area. They may run more than one of those. So
absolutely.
So I mean, the 7 shows freak y'all out. That's not the goal that we're trying to do. We have how do you say this? A catch-22 is it towards the end of the year, people qualify to quit coming to shows, so that the attendance drops. But then at the end of the year, you have people that didn't come to shows that need a couple more shows. So we can't not have shows because the attendance has got 5 people. because there are people that need those shows. So we're just going to try to make those shows more, how do you say, desirable for people to come to.
Absolutely.
That's really that's its only purpose, to try to help the judges out with low attendance at the end of the year.
Absolutely. And we're not. It's not about money, guys. Seriously, it really isn't about money. It's keeping the want, the drive, and keeping everybody out there. Well, I mean, Chris, I understand, and I had this conversation the other day. Like me, I mean, we'll just say me for instance. I have 20 plus shows a year. So, I mean, anybody in my area will has an opportunity to make 7 shows. And I mean, Saturday, my very first show of the year for 2025 is Saturday. So, I mean, starting then, there's one show. In December, I'm having a toy drive. There's 2 shows. And we ain't even hit 2025 yet. So, I mean, seriously, we have plenty of shows. I promise you. Shows are not that big of a deal, and it's not a money thing. I promise you guys. It's more about, do you need a hug? I always need a hug, number 2, Paul Nacer. But it's not about money. It's just about attendance, and it's keeping everybody wanting to come and have fun to the shows. It's
a balance for competitors, judges. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy balance, And listen, I'd like to comment on something else. I've heard time and time again, man, it's just all about the money. I heard it. I was on a podcast last night. So, got to get them dollars. That's what they're accusing me of, right? Well, it takes money to run, So, we got to get the dollars in order to run a business. But if you think it is only about dollars, I'm going to share a video with you right now that is, I have several of these videos that is for judges only, but I'm going to share this one with you, but you won't see any of the others because it's just for judges. But this is kind of how hung up we are on the money. So, and y'all need to know this anyway. So, Jimmy, I'm just going to play this video. So,
right. I agree with you, Brian, and I'm sad that we didn't have any shows.
Selling score sheets. Just don't do it. It's embarrassing. It's just, it ain't right. We will find another way should these people need some help. Do not sell a score sheet. I'm not stupid. I know when I see these names show up on your show, I know that dude didn't drive 10 hours to come to your show 3 weekends in a row. Okay, I'm not stupid. I let it fly, but we ain't letting it fly no more. Do not sell any more score sheets. We will find another way to help people that might need help getting qualified. Do not sell any more score sheets. I want to iterate that. It pisses me off, and we ain't going to be friends no more if you do it. Stop selling score sheets. So you can see that's how bad we are chasing the dollars. We're sitting here saying we ain't taking your money. We want you at our shows. That's what it's about for us. So
yeah, it's about attendance. I mean, if you come to a show and there's 5 people there, or you come to a show and there's 15 people there, the show with 15 people is probably going to have more just national or I don't mean national, more local people that never come to an event or a show up there because they want to see a Shannon, or they want to see a Brian, or just Raider, or I'm just throwing off some of the people out there, or Paul Nacer. They come to shows because they want to see your guys' builds and they want to see what you guys are doing. But if you guys are not at the shows, then it kind of makes it really, really hard.
Yeah.
I love more Base Force shows closer to me. I was disappointed when you're not at I-70. I know I really love the I-70 show, to be honest with you, but the I-70 show is out in Independence, and anything in Independence, they do not like it, and they shut me down every year. Denny Eddy is a really, really good friend of mine, and I love him. And he's a great guy, and I love doing shows with him. But I can't do a show in Independence. Independence will shut me down every time. And it's not fair to you or anybody else if I drive all the way out there 2 hours or 15 minutes. I don't care. Wherever I go to have a show and set it up and promote that show, and then you guys drive wherever you're coming from to that show, and I have to tell you, I'm sorry, guys, the city has shut me down. It's not fair to you guys. So that's why there's been a couple shows with Diddy, and like I said, I love him. I really do. He's a great, great guy, but I can't do because he's in Independence. So when it comes to some of them shows, some of us judges, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I'm sure there's other judges in other areas that we would really love to attend them shows, but the area just don't like us and they don't like our music. So it makes it really hard for us. We have plenty of judges in your area, Paul. You just need to reach out to me and let's have another show. I was just getting ready to say a minute ago, I'm really sad that we actually didn't throw a show this year at any of your locations. We always have a show with Paul Nacer, some random place every year. Last year was at his pig farm. The year before was at another buddy's place. We always have a random show with Paul Nacer. We didn't get one this year. Sad.
Yeah.
I've reached out to the Minmo guys. Minmo guys are my boys. I love them. And hopefully that's going to happen too. I've actually had a couple shows out there the very first year.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy,
Absolutely.
we covered all my notes already, man. We talked about the world records, and now we talked about the 7 shows and the 2X thing. And look, that's still we're still developing the 2X thing. It might be it might be some kind of wild card or something. We don't know. We're trying to come up with something fun for it.
Absolutely. Pig farm. Who's got that? I'm telling you right now, Paul Nacer. And we all make fun of him, and everybody doesn't understand. He's made shirts from it now. It says Paul Nacer's builds smells like pig shit. Because believe it or not, truthfully, Paul Nacer is a pig farmer. He has a huge place out there, and one of the shows we had out there was at his pig farm, and we smelled pig shit all weekend. But it was an amazing show. It really honestly was.
Fun. Yeah,
it was a good show. We all had a great time. I promise you. When Paul throws a show, you guys, everybody should come. I promise you. It's just kind of a laid back, relaxing, just have a good time show. And Paul approved, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. We miss you, Paul. I'm sad that I haven't seen you more this year.
Right. He's got that little white car, right?
No, Paul Nacer's got that big, crazy Tahoe that's got all the crazy speakers on the outside. He's got a little white car. Well, he does have the white car, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's the good one.
Yeah, I love his.
The other one is his side B. Yeah,
I haven't seen the white car out in like 2 years. Actually, we was talking about that
the year I came. He brought it the year I came.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we really have a good time when we're trust me, Mad Max Tahoe. That is Paul Nacer's Tahoe. 100%.
No doubt. That thing hurts.
100%. The whole look of that front end and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's the Mad Max Tahoe. I think you should really try to go with that theme, Paul. Seriously. Like put that big Joker's head or whatever on the front of that vehicle. Let's turn that into Mad Max.
Yeah. There's some gas cans all over it too. Let's see what we can do.
Or maybe not some gas cans, but like some flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we got royalty in here now.
That's exactly what I started to say.
Royalty in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, this man is so famous. We had to bring a class back for him and everything.
Right.
Because it's damn motherfucking current.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. What's up, Pookie Bear? How are you, sir? Miss you coming to see me this weekend? No, I got to work.
Yeah, he gets to hang out with like Britney Spears and all them people, right?
I think 3618's what? In what? A semi truck?
Right.
I mean, seriously, what the hell? Sure, royalty broke it tired. Yeah, I know. I think he went to his mom's last weekend or whatever. What's up, Tim Jones? Midwest SPL judge in the house.
All right.
I love Tim. Tim and his wife are amazing people to hang out with.
That's
they
funny,
really
man,
are.
Right?
Right. I wish I had Billy's money too. Trust me.
Right. Yeah. I bet you don't.
I bet I do.
That and another $3 to get you a Wendy's burger. Off the dollar
Sure. Can you go outside and show me that badass trailer sitting in your driveway, sir? And then we can
That's
talk
why I'm
about that.
broke, man.
Huh?
That's why I got to eat
That's
it.
why you're broke, yeah.
Right. Taco Bell, mile up the road.
Yeah, that thing, I'm telling you, it's always been crazy. That thing has always been crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
that trailer just sits there. I don't ever get to use it.
That's such a shame. That's such a shame. I promise you, I would
know
use
it
the
is,
hell
man.
out that fucking trailer.
I
How
had
that
the
trailer
idea of wanting some of these guys down here to want to go to some of the shows that I go to up north. And I was like, okay, well, you just pay for the gas and I'll haul you, you know? That way, if you ride, won't make it, well, good. But when they find out I got a diesel and it's 12 miles a gallon,
I'm telling you, can you
they
like
don't-
loan
like,
that trailer?
I can just not pay all that money and go.
Can you
That's
like
what they
bring
do.
that trailer down to me, like I don't know, a month or two before scraping the coast, and I can bring it back to you?
Right. Yeah, so we tried to put Brett's on there. Brett's Tahoe's got some spacers on the back end, and it wouldn't fit in between the fender wells.
I don't know if I have spacers, but yeah,
He said we could have took the spacers off and got it on there,
right.
but we just didn't want to do it. We just drove it instead.
I can't fit on a normal UPS trailer or a U-Haul trailer. Sorry.
Yeah.
A U-Haul trailer.
I don't think
Mine's too wide.
This trailer is, I think it's 82 inches wide on the bed. But what it is, it's got these little fender-like things that you can't drive over because it's like thin metal. It'll cut the tires probably. And so you can't.
You know that now. I couldn't do that.
Right.
We last weekend we literally replaced my fuel filter in my Tahoe. So I took it to Nick Brewer, my son-in-law's shop that he has. Now, mind you, his lift is rated for 10,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
We lift that thing up. He goes, I was like, shit, we ain't going no higher. I mean, we got it up as high as we possibly could and did what we had to do. But I'm telling you, that Tahoe's heavy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm guessing probably like 90 or,
How many subs is in there?
815, sorry.
That's 1,000 pounds easy.
Probably.
More, 1,200.
Then you got, four 8K amplifiers. Then you have four channel amplifiers plus 10 banks of Yinglong excess powers.
Plus some steel and some wood.
Excess powers plus a shitload of steel. Shitload of wood, and then primer and paint, and just everything. The wire alone probably a couple 100 pounds.
Right. That's it.
So I mean, if I would guess, I mean, just guessing, I'm guessing I'm at like 9,000 ish. We'll just go there ish.
Yeah.
That's just a random guess, about 9,000 ish.
I think that trailer I have is only rated at, it's got two 3,500 pound axles. So I think it's somehow rated for 10,000, but I don't.
Yeah, they rate them a little high, but
the trailer weighs like 404,000,
Well, it'd be like,
trailer.
I see. Excuse me. Sorry. There it is. I seen Stephen Duncan use his trailer, a couple of years in a row where he went with the underrated tire or the underrated axles, and he kept blowing tires and having problems, and that's why he went with the bigger one to overcompensate. And it's not to really overcompensate, but when it's 9,000 pounds and you got a 10,000 pound trailer, that's too much.
Right.
That's too much for the trailer. You're pushing over
70 miles
70
an hour up the interstate.
Who does 70? I do 80.
Right. So,
I told my shit at 80. Let's run.
He went the right direction, getting equipment trailers instead of car trailers.
Absolutely.
But I had a specific purpose for that, and so I'm happy with this. Now, if my truck gets done and it's too heavy, then I just have to do what I have to do.
Not if, when your truck gets done, like in the year 2026, when your truck is done.
Nah, it's going to be 2025, man.
We've been saying that for 5 years, Billy.
Yeah.
5 years, Billy. This is going to be my
computer and go down there and do some work.
This is going to be my 6th year running Base Wars. After finals, this is going to be my 6th
Was I using it to run Base Wars whenever you came on? Was I still driving it?
No.
No,
No.
right? Well, maybe we should do a GoFundMe and then let everybody come just build it for me. So help me out.
I'm waiting to see this Jeep. Oh, I know. You and me both. You and me both. I want to see
Yeah,
this.
I'm excited for people to see the Jeep. The Jeep is going to go to car shows and Jeep shows. That's what
Jeep
its
shows.
purpose is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have invited other organizations as well to wrap the Jeep and to take it to different car shows and stuff and market for us, all of us, car audio organizations. So far, nobody's took me up on.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, seriously, and that's a BS rumor that I'd like to stop, because I've heard plenty of rumors going around that Base Wars will not work with any other
Oh
organization.
no, that ain't true at all.
That is not true. I throw shows with all the organizations down
Yeah.
here. The only organization down here that I haven't had was DB Drag,
Somewhere.
because there is no DB Drag here,
Yeah.
which is sad. Sad. I'm sorry, but they're down here where I'm at in the Midwest. DB Drag is no more. The only people that used to run it would be Beer Base Mafia, who used to bring it every once in a while, and then Dan Horner at some of the Iowa shows. But there's no DB Drag around here. But we'll work with anybody, I promise you. As long as it's a sanctioned organization.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. A sanctioned organization, we'll work with anybody.
Let me Jimmy, you remember the one I made about that? I made a little video about that. Do you remember? Did you watch that?
I didn't have a chance to actually watch that one.
I can't remember if there's any reason I wouldn't show this to the public or not. But I'll try it. Let me find that.
Yeah.
I might regret it.
I might regret that part, but it is what it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see. Where is that? Oh, here you go. I'm gonna play. I'll play.
I run shows with USAC. Oh yeah, USAC, ISM. Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. We run with all them organizations. Trust me. That's not what we said, Brandon. We said we run with all the organizations, all of them. Oh well. Sorry, I'll shut up now. I didn't think about what I was saying there. I'll shut up now. But yeah, no.
Let me find this. I made these videos for the judges only, so it really wasn't made for general public. So let me just make sure I'm not do something stupid.
He's not cussing in there and telling everybody to watch what the
right. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know. Let us know. Any other organization, as long as it's not Midwest Demo Kings. Any other organization.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Jimmy. I'm gonna check this out. Okay.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love USAC. USAC it's a great organization, and I will never have anything bad to say. 100%. 100%. I love that organization. Yes, I know some people don't agree with the judges or with some of the rules, but every organization has that problem. Some of the people don't agree with our judges or some of our rules, but it is what it is. It happens no matter where you're at, what organization or what you run. There's always a naysayer that bitches about something. It is what it is, and I do apologize. But, I'm going to say this again, and I've said it for 5 years now. Base Wars is about bringing the fun back to the lanes. And that's just it. I'm not here for the drama. I'm not here for the he said, she said bullshit or any of the others. I'm here to have fun. And I'm here to watch you guys have fun. Absolutely. 100%. So, I mean, I love to have fun. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It's all about just having fun and just being here. I guess Billy's watching it. Give him a minute. I don't like these brief pauses by myself. All right. So, finals. what's everybody's predictions this weekend for finals? Anybody got any good predictions of who's going to take what or who's going to do what? Anybody got any good predictions?
I predict Walt Johnson will win the things he enters. I predict.
I look sad when I'm alone. I'm sorry. I don't know. I feel weird just sitting here talking to myself. I know I'm talking to you guys, or you guys and girls. I'm sorry. I know I'm sitting here talking to you guys, but I feel weird. I don't know. Maybe this just my age, whatever. It's just
Yeah, man, you're getting old.
I'm sitting here talking to myself.
I predict Brett and Greg Kelly gonna battle.
I do too. I wish I could see that.
Killer walls.
Really wish I could see that one.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Let's see. Let's see here. Who else would I think is going to be a good close? Like we don't know.
I think Debo, Charles Smith is going to give some people some pretty good runs for their money this weekend.
You think? And what class is that?
There's quite a few classes. He's in like 5 classes.
So
I'm just telling you. I feel like
so,
him and Jamie Brodowski is going to give people some good runs for their money this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. Promise.
Yeah. So there's a guy in California. His name's Craig Ball. He's got a no wall. Now he competed in Iasca last weekend, Blue Cup subs. So I don't know if he's coming or not, but I think he's got the loudest no wall in the country.
No.
So
what's he doing?
Like 65.
Ooh.
64, 65.
That's going to be right up there with Free. To my knowledge, right now, Free has the loudest no wall. He was doing the 64. 63
no more.
or
That thing went apart years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. But still nobody has touched that score that I'm aware of.
Oh yeah, Craig's got it.
Okay.
Craig's got it. And Patrick, Sundown Patrick, I think he did 64 and change also.
Ooh, okay.
But now he didn't compete with us this year.
Yeah,
right?
Free, but
he's not going to be at our finals.
Free's a local guy to you. Yeah, Freeze. I don't think Freeze. I don't know if he's
he doesn't compete with us. Yeah,
no,
he does USAC. So I don't know if he's doing anything right now, but so people are lucky that Craig may not be there. He may not. I don't know. But then also Greg Corbin couldn't get his vehicle over there, so he's not going to be in there. But he's Extreme Bill, so that'd been fun to watch.
Watch out for Isaac too. I'm just telling you right now. Watch out for Isaac and his little Extreme X10.
Yeah.
S10, sorry.
Yeah. Is that the one I used to know, a little white one?
Huh? Yeah, well, it's not white no more. He's changed the color of it, everything. It's all kinds of crazy. But talk to them just for a minute, Billy.
I'm going to play this video.
All right, yeah.
So what you guys are going to see now is a video that this is, once again, these videos are just for the judges, and I wasn't going to show them to the public, but there's just a lot of rumors. I kind of like to squash, and you to understand that if this is something that we're doing internally, that we're not bitter towards other orgs. But anyway, so check this video out. Why not? While we wait on Jimmy. It's another one made for my judges, okay? Concerning working with other organizations, other SPL organizations. Man, we encourage it. I encourage it. I say we, it's me. I encourage it. If you don't want to work with another judge from another organization, that's fine. But this is the only thing I have to say about this is if you think it's going to be a small show, and there's going to be 2 or more organizations there, I would encourage you almost just to not do that show because for 2 reasons. One, when you go splitting up 10 people amongst 4 orgs, not a good day for you. And 2, some places have gotten far more popular, which thanks for that. I mean, that's success, right? But if we show up, we'll run all the runs, or we'll run all the competitors, and the other guys will leave empty-handed. Some of these other organization judges are friends. We won't do that to them, So sometimes just be careful, and it's okay to say, no, I don't want to do it because the other org's there. But that would be the reason why. Is there another org? I know you guys know there's drama between the orgs, but we don't really have any. with any other orgs. We do something with other orgs all over the country. Some IASCA, some MECA, some USAC. We mix up pretty well. Now they don't like us so much, in my opinion, but we don't have a problem, to work with them. But what I'm saying is, if the show's going to be too small, no need to go cutting in on everybody's cheese to make yourself have a weak day or a bad day financially. So just bow out of that one or go somewhere else, or go do the show with them. If you want to hang out and have fun, y'all bring hot dogs because you won't make enough money to cook hamburgers, right? So totally up to you. But that's my concerns when it comes to other orgs. Just having too many orgs at one spot so everybody has a bad day. Not a good idea.
I don't hear you, Billy.
It's because I muted my microphone, man. So that just goes to say we don't hate the other orgs. We like them, but the only time we don't want to work them if it's going to be too small and everybody there's going to have a bad day.
Yeah,
I'd rather when you do shows every weekend, it's okay to take a weekend off.
no, I think it's an integrity issue.
Hey,
Sorry.
Wally, is this Sundown Patrick we call him? And I think he does a 64 and change. Jimmy, are you going to show some pictures for Isaac?
I'm sorry. He sent them to both of us in that chat because you can show them better than I can.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a chat where me, you, and Isaac are all three in, sir.
Let me see. Let me find that. I'm in it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Let me see. Let me find this. I'll read right there. I just give you a couple of thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, I got the thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Let me.
There were quite a few pictures of. Excuse me. Second and third.
I think I can do this on StreamYard. Where did you go, though? There you are. Yeah.
DB Rev Patrick,
this is
167, not Sundown Patrick, is what he said.
what now?
He said it was DB Rev Patrick, 167, not Sundown.
Ooh, and the know-all, man. What did he have? That's crazy.
Yeah. DB Rev. So what's that? DB Drive? Or I'm sorry,
No,
I don't
I think it's a nickname.
or okay. But
I'm sure he's not with us. We would know about that score. But,
167 no wall, yeah, that's
the loudest I've heard over 64. I thought Craig Ball kind of had it. Sundown Patrick does a 64, I think, also. Now his is legit, dude. It's all back at the C-pillar, under the window line, and that dude's loud. So yeah. Dang, did a 65. Yeah, man, that's just crazy. Let me figure out how to share these. Window.
sorry, I just had somebody at the last minute hit me up and I didn't want to
Okay,
be
here you go. Now this is the second and third place, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, that's third place right there that you're showing, like third place Cyclone. There were a lot of third place trophies right there. Yes, sir.
Oh, my bad. Let me, where'd all those pictures go?
Right there, yes.
Okay, which way?
That one, yep.
All right.
So there is going to be our third place trophies for this year. Actually, I know it's kind of a little hard to see. They're actually hood props.
I think there's a photo later. Why does it do that to me?
I don't know. Yeah, you probably hit the wrong button, sir. But they're
Hit the
actually
same button.
meant to be hood props. And then here is second place trophies. Second place trophies they're bigger than the third place, obviously. So they're definitely something that is going to help out and be. I think they're pretty badass. I really do. There you go. There's a
Yeah,
perfect
that's
size
pretty big. Yeah.
between second and third place. Obviously, second place we had Resilient Sound actually step up and help us out a lot for
They
second
sponsor
place.
those, yeah.
And then for third place, we had Team GP step up and reach out and help us with them. So, we appreciate the hell out of them two companies for helping us and sponsoring us. And first place, guys, is actually XS Power and JY Power.
And
I don't have a photo today. Like we mentioned last week, and unfortunately, we wasn't able to get the belts like we wanted to. We tried, but just within the time frame and everything else, it just didn't happen. But the awards that they are providing are pretty badass, I believe.
yeah,
I'm a little biased. Yeah, but I think they're going to be pretty badass. But these ones that Isaac made are amazing. Look at the time and the extra. I don't know, the extra special oomph he gave to them.
I like all the logos. I need those, Isaac. I need all those logos.
See,
Vector.
absolutely, absolutely. We want to reuse them. But no, I mean seriously, and just the extra time and love that Isaac and Team GP gave for these awards, we appreciate the hell out of you guys. We really, honestly do. John Hyland is the loudest no wall I have seen on the windshield. You're right. He is with the Ghostbusters van. That thing is amazing. I forgot all about that one. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. Because what I'll do is I'm gonna use them as logos for each class. So like they would have this, not showing it down, but the little 8 holding the weight, or no, that's holding 2 subs. I would that'd be our monster logo kind of thing. And I think Spark Innovations, I can tell you about that award. Spark Innovation, I think, is making it for JY and XS,
Yes.
or maybe they went in and sponsored too. I'm not sure. But so I've seen them. Their pedestal is stacked up a few sheets of wood, like layered plywood, maybe with round overs and stuff, and then stained. And then there is a piece of plexi in it. There's something down low that wasn't in there, so I don't know what's going in that spot. But then coming up out of it is I guess a box of some kind. So anyway, it's got plexi and it's got lights that light up, and it's got is it engraving, Jimmy, or paint? I can't remember.
It's engraved on the
coming up. Yeah,
engraved.
So and if they're building it, they'll be nice. So and also they're going to ship straight from them. So Jimmy will take these right here.
I'll take the first and second,
and then he will ship to all the judges these, wherever they go. And then XS and JY are going to ship straight from them to you, the competitor. So on that being said, on that score sheet, make sure you have a good address, a legible address for us to mail to.
Please make sure we have your zip code. We have everything is perfect on that sheet. Because I would hate to send that award to somebody else and then you never get it. And I have proof that I sent that award to you, but you misspelled a 4-3 instead of it being a 3-4. So please just double check everything. Mistakes can happen and nobody's perfect by any means. But also remember, and I'm going to just be honest with you, we are trying very, very diligently to get everything done. The second place trophies will not be done until next Friday. So just to let you guys know that next Friday, the second place trophies will be done. So there will be a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks before you get the trophies. So don't be calling me in 2 weeks when you don't have the trophies. They're in the mails. I promise you, you're going to get them very, very diligently and quickly. As quick as I possibly can. But second place will be next Friday or Saturday before they're done. So I can't mail trophies off I don't have, but we're trying. And that was kind of a little hesitation on my part because I was trying to get the best bang for the buck for you guys and gals. Sorry. I wanted to try to make sure you guys got a really cool award this year and something you guys would appreciate. Billy has busted his butt for the last 5 or 6 years, probably more than that. But I've been with him for 5 years, and he's busted his butt. So I kind of took it on this year, and let me tell you, I learned a lot. I learned a lot this year, and I learned a lot of the woes, the nays, and wow. And I'm just going to say wow. But I promise you, me and Billy next year is going to get on these trophies like the day after finals. We are going to get sponsors. We are going to get things, and we are going to get these rolling. So hopefully by next year, we're going to have the awards sitting and waiting on you guys. Hopefully. Yeah. That's our goal. So just remember, if you guys are wanting to sponsor 2025 awards or final awards for next year, please reach out to Billy, myself, or one of your local judges so we can get that ball rolling, because we're not going to wait around this year. I promise you. I promise you, we're not waiting on this person said he wants to sponsor you, but he won't call you back for 5 years. So, and I'm not saying anything about anybody, and I'm not throwing out no names, but just remember, we have to get this ball going for next year and the year after and the year after. So we're going to try to get that ball rolling as quick as possible.
So, Jimmy, I got one more thing on my notes that I'd like to talk to people about. Won't take me but a second.
Okay.
I'm going to share my screen.
World record setters, are they getting a special award? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yes, they are. Billy is going to send out a special plaque for them and be sent to their house.
Yep.
Sure. Yes, we will be. We will be. Trust me, Isaac. Me and Billy had already talked about that. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So look, man, I want y'all to know that, we're charging $50 for those world records, right? But hear me out. I don't know. I plan to do plaques. Sorry, Isaac. I didn't know you want to do them, but I'm open, But we plan to do plaques. And by the time you buy a blank plaque for $10, $12, it's going to be a big one, like a 9x12 at least. Sublimate it and ship it. You're in that thing $25, $30, That only leaves 20 on a $50 run,
$20 to get that award made.
And we split that, so that ain't but $5-10, and it ain't a lot of money left over, and that depends on shipping. You still got to ship it, So don't know. So it ain't like we're just trying to kill y'all with money. We're just trying to do something good for y'all, but we got to pay for it,
And that's the biggest thing is you guys have to remember, and I mean, I'm sorry, Bill, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but inflation is killing everybody. And I know that's why our attendance is down this year. It's just the economy sucks right now. And I know it's for everybody, but you also have to realize we are feeling that as well, too. I know it sucks for you guys as competitors and not be able to come to so many shows, but the economy is hurting us, too, because I'm showing up to a show and I'm not even making my gas money back for that show. And, no one's paying me for that. Billy's not paying me for that. You guys are not coming out your pocket to pay me for that. That's just a loss that Jimmy or any other judge is taking. So you guys have to remember that too. If I come to a show that's 3-4 hours away and it costs me $250 in gas, it doesn't matter. There's sometimes or quite a few times when a lot of us judges take losses. So just remember that when you guys are out there, I don't mean to say being jerks, but you guys are out there snappy and just kind of being rude to your judges. Remember, most of the time your judges are sitting out there because they love the sport. We're not here to make money.
And I'll tell you something else too. All our judges and all the places we are there most of the time because we were asked to come, in every area that we are in the country or in the world, technically now, I guess, we were asked to come there, But yeah, let me touch on this again. World records. What are the rules? You'll do it during your World Finals run. You'll back up your score, and you will take the lowest score that is backed up. By that I mean, if you put up a 150 for your first finals run and you put up a 160 for your second, trying to back that up, well, you either take that 150 or you can try to get that 160 again. And if you do, then that's your score that goes for the world records. Now, the world records are not going to reset like the top 10s do. The world records, we're going to hard code into the website, and they'll be there until somebody beats that record.
We actually have classes for them, and that's not with the extreme vehicles. Extreme vehicles have their own separate classes, Wally. So, I mean, yes, this year, some of the extreme vehicles might fall in them classes. But next year, extreme vehicles have their own classes.
Yeah, no. Extreme vehicles don't go into the like
high frequency
wall and the stock. There's some stock classes, that.
Well, I think he's talking about the pro classes as far as like the leashed, unleashed, on all them classes like that.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, that's true. If it's not going into a stock class, it's in that. Then the extremes will be in that too.
This year only. Next year, extremes have their own class, and they will completely stay out of it, Wally. So maybe next year, maybe he needs to kind of visit that.
Now they would still go into the unleashed, the extremes will. That's their class where they can just whale it like for Carlos, kind of deal.
Right. Absolutely, yes, sir. Absolutely.
But so I hope that none of you did see it, but we had some miscommunications over the last couple of weeks, and I want to share something with you. I just want to let me see if I can pull this up. I want to make sure we don't have the miscommunication again, right? So I just want to educate you guys on this. It won't take but a second, I promise. So hopefully we won't go through this again. So, and I've rewritten this, I think, since we had this miscommunication. But this word here, compete, the way you get to finals, to participate in Base Wars finals, you need to compete in 5 Base Wars competitions, right? So the person in question, there was just, I really believe, just communication errors. He didn't actually put up a number. So all these scores come to us via the Term Lab. They come to me via the Term Lab. So when he didn't actually put a number up in the computer, we didn't get those scores. So he was under the impression that he was there. It would be a score of 0, and he didn't care, because he just wanted the show count, right? And so. But that's not the way it worked for us. And so when we go to looking for scores, and they're like, my scores are messed up, and I'm looking for scores, I couldn't find any scores. It's because he never actually got it on the meter in those classes. And so anyway, it caused a big old mess. But so I want you guys to know, and I have changed this in the current rule book, but when it says right here, compete, that means get on the meter and put a number up. If you're competing in more than one class that say is a BERT class, you can run one time, but that judge has got to know to enter the scores in for the other class. And so if that doesn't happen, then you won't get those points. But this person thought that to compete meant just go up, but he didn't actually run the lane. And there was another misconception too. Like I said, this is not throwing shade at anybody. I ain't gonna tell you who it is. It's just genuinely miscommunications. So, and I don't have a thing to show you here, but I do want to tell you the difference between points and shows. For you guys, points. The reason you guys get points is because if you are on a team, every time you run, your team gets points, right? That's one thing the points are for. And then we hope to have a setup to where those points will work to give you a discount on the Base Wars store for if we sell a product at some point in time, T-shirts or whatnot. That's what your points are for. Because we go by show count to get you to finals, not points. So to get to finals, it's a show count. not of points. Other orgs use the term points to get you into finals, but our points mean something different for us. It's not a so in there it says you get 1 point for entering the show, and so they're thinking they needed 5 points to be good for finals. So if he just simply entered the show, he thought he was good, but that's something different, and it caused a big old mess online. But
exactly,
that's an so I want you guys to know going forward and in the past, but just like I said, miscommunication. Points have nothing to do with you coming to finals or not for us. They do in other awards. What counts for you coming to finals or not for us is show count.
Attendance.
And right here, compete in 5 base horse competitions. And by compete, we mean put the term lab in your ride and run.
Yes, Wally. Yes, Wally. Next year, you are right. They will have to compete against extreme vehicles.
Who's that?
He's talking about the. Sorry, there's been a couple little. Yep, extreme vehicles will be allowed in them classes. Yes, absolutely. This year they will. Next year they will have their own classes. I'm sorry, I said that backwards a minute ago. This year, extreme vehicles can enter in them classes, in the pro classes. Next year, extreme vehicles have their own extreme classes. So we're trying, we're a growing organization, and I can't say that we have all the answers right here and right now. There was 2 years ago where we had vehicles that was going above the Earth 53 that were just demolishing and killing everybody in classes. That's why Billy had to come out and make the pro class, and that's why he had to make it where it was the cap of 53 hertz, because everybody else that is not how should I say this? Everybody that is not a purpose-built vehicle is not playing 53 hertz all day, every day. You're not driving around in your daily driver or your Sunday getter or just something that you've built to listen to, and you're playing at 53 hertz. The pro classes are meant for pro people that are playing for that. Pros are extreme, or am I pros this year? Sorry. Go ahead, Billy. Was you going to say something?
So this is where any extreme build will go into one of these right here.
Next
year. The least is a stock class, so the extremes won't be here. But starting here with Unleashed, that's where extreme builds will go. This Tornado and Tsunami are demo classes for extreme builds only. Crowd Control is what you guys know as Crowd Loud, but for the extreme builds, it's Crowd Control.
Yes, sir.
High Voltage, we won't use much here in the States, probably, but GOAT is for an extreme build, but it is limited to 53 hertz. And then Deathmatch, we have Extreme Deathmatch.
Yes.
That's where they will all go.
Sorry. Yes, Wally. Next year, extremes will go on the Unleashed classes, because in Unleashed, there's no cap. There's no nothing. Right. You could have 100 million thousand watts and run in that class. There's no cap.
And
it is what it is.
Yeah. And any frequency.
And absolutely. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
absolutely.
An extreme build will only be able to go into these pro classes. None of these other classes will an extreme build be able to go in. And that's just where we're going to probably end that. None of the other classes really changed for you guys except C-Pillar. This C-Pillar class right here used to be a C-Pillar SUV class. Now we're going to include trucks in that if you want.
Trucks will be in C-Pillar class, right?
Yeah, if that, if it's
single class trucks.
Yep.
Yes, which
that's it. But, I think that's the only changes. And I'll add to you, the C-Pillar guys wanted the trucks in there. They want competition, so give them some.
I get that, but it's we're trying. We're really trying.
Change hot seat.
What are we changing on a hot seat?
Look, I recognize Paul here. Paul, I owe you some shirts. Them things ain't coming quick enough. I'd like to just give you a refund, man. If you want to keep waiting, you can. They'll come eventually, but I feel bad about having your money that long and you not having shirts. So if you want a refund, shoot me a message.
What are you changing on hot seats? You're not changing nothing on hot seats, right?
Yeah, hot seat didn't change.
No.
Hot seat. Oh, well, it sort of did, man.
Well, there is an extreme hot seat. But let's be truthful. Who do you know that has an extreme build is going to get somebody to sit in their hot seat? Let's be truthful. It's not going to happen. So, I mean, we'll make a class for you, and it'll be there, but nobody with an extreme build that's doing above a 70 is going to get somebody to sit in their hot seat. Right. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want you to have somebody sit in that hot seat that's above a 70.
Right. I told the judges if they don't feel safe about it, don't let them do it.
I mean, seriously, I don't really. That's just crazy. Look,
you know what,
right there. See, there he is, right there. There's Teddy. Teddy, we actually made Teddy, and we actually had Teddy one year, and was going to do that for hot seat. But me and my guys down here that's a big class for us, and I feel like hot seat is hot seat. You have to somebody has to sit in that hot seat with that mic and that meter right here, because that's what it is. It's hot seat. Somebody's getting the shit beat out of them. And pardon my French, but they're getting the shit beat out of them, and that's why it's called hot seat.
Yeah.
If you can't find somebody to sit in your hot seat, I'm sorry, and I hate to say this, but you're going to have to run another class.
Well,
and that's hard to say because there's nobody in 90% of them shows that somebody won't sit in here. And I'm probably one of the biggest persons that will sit in anybody's build. Because down here where I'm at, I have quite a few people that have very, very loud builds that nobody else will sit in. I will. And I'm sure you guys have people in your areas that will too. You're just going to have to reach out and say, hey, this is my build. Will somebody please sit in it?
So, but the change was, we had where you had to hold the sensor here, right? But then we allowed people to put in the kick because nobody could hold it in some of those vehicles. And then we created all these demo classes, which is basically the same thing. So we went back to putting in hot seat. We went back to you holding it here. Because we already have all these would be basically hot seat, just frequency dependent, you know.
And I agree with you, Wally. That's crazy, and that's just. I don't want to see anybody sitting there on that vehicle. That's just ridiculous. That's why, honestly, as a judge, I'm just going to have to say, Chris, you can't do hot seat because nobody in their right mind is going to sit in your vehicle. So that's when, as a judge, I'm not after that dollar. I'm after that human. I don't want to hurt somebody, and I'm going to tell you no.
Or maybe we just get together and say, sorry, hot seat, you can't.
Hot seat,
you just can't go in that class.
And I kind of agree with that. If you can't, and I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be like this, Billy, but I personally have always said, if you cannot find somebody to sit in your hot seat, you can't run that class.
Well,
and that's the way I have always run it for these last 5 years.
Well, they could always find an unsuspecting person that wouldn't know what they're getting into, a spectator. When I first came up with this, it was simply to get the spectators involved. And so we would have, you would get a spectator to sit and hold it. It was to get the crowd involved. But so you could have somebody fall for it, but we wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, but think about it like this. If you find a just random average Joe out there that doesn't know how loud your system is, and you get him to sit in your stuff, and halfway through they're tapping out and you got to turn it off, how did that help you?
Yeah, you just wasted.
It didn't help you. You need to make sure you're telling somebody, hey, I have a 160 build. I have a 170 build. This is going to hurt. It's going to snatch your soul.
Yeah.
You got to be honest with that. And, I'm sorry, but that's one thing that I have always pushed for when a hot seat has been like one of my favorite classes. And it's probably because half the time I'm the person sitting in that hot seat, but it's always been my favorite class, and I'm always going to push it. Hot seat means you need that hot seat. You need to sit in there and get that hot seat. You need to get your butt pounded. That didn't sound right. You need to get beat. You need to just let the bass just beat the shit out of you and feel it. And then that's kind of what it is. It is what it is. And I know I'm rambling on about that, but sorry, but that's how passionate I am about that hot seat one.
Right. Yeah, let's see. I'll tell you this too. You guys, if you're going to finals, definitely communicate with your judge that you're coming, because some of the judges are cutting registration off early, because some of the judges they're stopping their shows early because we only have 8 possible streams that we can cover, and we have 10 locations. So a couple of shows are going to end early so that the others can come in. So some of the guys are cutting registration off at 12. So you want to reach out to your judge and make sure they are or are not one of them.
You're Walker. I've sat in that van as well. I've sat in that van as well. You know, I used to be on Team DB, and I understand that shit's ridiculous. But when it got to that point, you stepped up and you walked out. You could take that pressure for so long, and I'm sorry, but
You ain't 180.
you're not going to sit in a sealed vehicle at 180.
Not going to do
Not
it.
going to happen. Not for any amount of time. I'm sorry. It really isn't.
Yeah, he may have sat in it, but it wasn't doing 180.
And it wasn't sealed.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be sealed, but most of our guys do seal it. Sorry.
All right. So listen, in case you guys didn't get the big memo, finals are this weekend. We're going to live stream them probably on Facebook and YouTube, right? If I can find a way to get it hard coded into the website, I will. Speaking of the website, let me pull it up, because that's where you want to go to look at the results.
Yes. Remember this, guys. Please listen to what he's saying.
So, and I'm even going to tell you why we're doing it this way this year. When you have when you're inputting something into the TermLab, Wayne calls that a dialog box, right? When you have a dialog box open, the leaderboard, which is what scrolls on the extra TV showing you the results, it pauses just wherever it's at. So if it's sitting on step class and you open up to run somebody, or you open up to enter a score, it's going to pause right there. It just stays froze right there. And there's no getting around that. So what I did, and I'll see if I can share the screen, is I created a spreadsheet and I linked it to the website. And let me find you guys. I'll share it and I'll show it to you. But anyway, this is where the results are going to be for this weekend. Let me find y'all. There you are. So let me do this. I should just kept this up, man. I had to share so much stuff. Yeah. So this is what it's starting to look like. Okay. So basically, let me blow it up for y'all. Oh, that's not blowing it up, is it? Let's see. I don't know how to blow it up. It's doing something, ain't it? Jacking me up. Anyway, so here is where the scores will go. So there'll just be some typed in here. And as this comes down, all these will, come down. It won't stay looking pretty and shapely like that. But anyway, we're going to type them in here, and this is where your results will be. That photo it probably won't be there. We're going to take photos of every build that comes through the lanes, so that somebody says, oh, so-and-so didn't do it right, we can go look at photos. No, they did it right. You're wrong. So anyway, so this is where we're going to put our finals results right there. And you'll just be able to go to the website on your phone or on your computer or whatnot and check them out. You will have to refresh your screen to get the new results. It won't, you'll probably have to do that. So, but it's the best we can do with what we have to work with.
Yeah. I mean, we're still trying. And I said it earlier, and I kind of meant it earlier when I said this. We're still growing. We're still learning. There's a lot. And my grandpa used to tell me this all the time. If you don't learn, you're not waking up. So, you're going to learn something new every day. And I promise you, it's going to happen. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that. And so does Billy. I mean, it's going to happen. Seriously, there's always going to be something new that you have to learn every year. And if you stop learning, then that's when you stop growing.
Yeah. And I would say something else too. On the score sheet that I just showed you a minute ago, look, for the term lab, for those of you who don't know, if you have term lab, you know, there's badges for all the orgs, but we don't have our badge there, right? We're not in the term lab. So those orgs, they got so many classes, and then they use what we use for extra classes. So they can have a bunch of classes, right? But we can only use that one little section, that little yellow speaker thing in the bottom right corner. It only has 48 spots. So we can only have 48 classes that we can meet. We just can't have no more. It won't let us. So we're maxed out. That's why we can't have a hot seat for extremes. We just got no more places on the term lab.
Guy, I would say get a hold of your judge. Each judge is probably going to have a little bit different. It depends on the occupancy and how many people they're actually going to have show up at their shows. You know, we always want to say that reruns are unlimited. Finals is just a little bit different, you know, because we want to get everybody through in a timely fashion. You know, we have a limited data or limited time frame that we have to be within. So unfortunately, we do kind of limit the finals reruns just a little bit. But
you don't want to go up there and sandbag.
Yeah.
Because I tell you how I do mine. Like the last time I ran some, it's been a very long time, but I did it to where when the last car comes through the lane, if there's not another one there, then it's over. So.
Yeah, well, that right there, I'm sorry, and I apologize, Brad. But you have to have enough points to run finals to do a world championship. Enough shows. Sorry. You have to have enough shows to actually compete for finals this year to be able to run for your world champion.
Yeah.
Class.
It's an event for finals people. But let me look here. You got to be a member also. I think he is. Let me see here.
I would like to see her. I mean, it's in the talk, Isaac. Trust me, it's in the talk. There's a couple classes here and there that we're still thinking of, but see, you have to remember, and I'm gonna explain this to you, Isaac. Just because we're not running them in our region doesn't mean that there's not 2 or 3 other regions out there not running them. So we have to think what's good for the organization as a whole, because like Billy really doesn't have anybody else that really runs the motorcycle class, but I do down here. So Billy doesn't get rid of the motorcycle class because I have people down here that is running the motorcycle class. So it's not fair for everybody else. But in that same sense, it's not fair for you guys down here that run that class for us to get rid of it. So it's kind of like a whole for the organization. It's not just for one region.
It's weird how regional all the stuff is.
It really is. It makes a big difference. I promise you. It really does.
Brad, you're good to go in Hurricane Wall. If you're still on here.
Brad
Zink.
Hurricane Wall. There you go, sir.
Yeah, Brad, you got 3 different names on here, and that's why you didn't populate as qualified.
Mm-hmm. You got to remember, guys, I mean, we can only do so much when it comes to that. Please remember, if you start at the beginning of the year as Bradley Zink, the rest of the year you enter in Bradley Zink. Because if you change it and say Brad Zink and don't put the Lee in there, it's going to mess up everything.
Well,
yes, I know the number tries to help a little bit, but
I was going to say, we're working on a fix for that. It just didn't work this time. But I got the guy that builds that spreadsheet for us to fixing it, and I expect it back any day where it'll be. I was hoping I'd already have it. And that's actually how come we didn't make no big post of who I was qualified, because the new spreadsheet's not done. I don't do it. I pay somebody else to do it, and it's not done.
We're definitely trying, and we're growing, and we're learning, and we appreciate all the feedback that we get from you guys every year. And I don't want you guys to feel like it falls on deaf ears, because it doesn't. Trust me. Billy listens to it. I listen to it. And so do all your other judges. We really honestly do. But we also have to realize that we have to make it good for all of the organization and not just for one region. So just because it doesn't work for your region doesn't mean that it doesn't work for another region. So just because you think that we should get rid of this class doesn't mean 5 or 6 other regions run the hell out of that class and they disagree with you. So, I mean, you just have to remember that.
Right.
Isaac, you'll be okay with that part, but you also have to remember you need to, and I don't mean to be rude by that, but you need to really remember that. Stop changing your damn name so many times. I love you, but please stop. I don't know how else to say it.
And sometimes it's not even stuff that you think. Jimmy knows all his people. Jimmy knows them. So halftime he might not, or Sonia wouldn't have to read the name on that score sheet. And so, there's Flex on them, Jim, right?
Exactly.
Oh, there's Team Flex on them, Jim. Oh, there's Jim. So that's how it gets.
Yeah, remember that. So, I mean, next year you need to make sure that Mama knows that you're not running under Extreme Liberty and you're running under Isaac. So,
But
you have to remember that we have to stop that. So, but also remember the rest of the year it better be under Isaac and not Extreme. So
you can police it by, if you look on that screen, whatever's on that screen. If it's misspelled on the screen, it's misspelled when they send it to me, and it often never land. If it's got the same name every time on that screen, you're good to go. If it's got something different, call it to their attention. All they hit an edit button and change it.
Can I get rid of my strawberry ice? Hey, I love strawberry ice cream. You are so rude.
All right.
That's just rude. I'm not even sharing your comment no more because I love strawberry. See, right there. That's how it is all year. All year. I love strawberry, and you're being rude because you say you don't like it.
Right.
Yeah. See, Dan, you're disqualified for being a judge now because you love chocolate. That's not fair. You're being rude and you're being very judgmental to everybody else that loves strawberry.
Yeah, and look, man, y'all bring up some good points. The judges don't even see all the data. They just know what happens in their area. And so they're like, man, I can get rid of this.
Right here. Poor Dan. Poor Dan. He's been in there.
Competitors. Competitors say, oh, we should do this for this class.
Oh, it'd be funny. It'd be funny to run Jimmy Paul fucking Nazer for one class. The next class we're gonna run Jimmy's number 2, or the next class we're gonna run Jimmy's this or whatever. Paul Nazer is really, really bad about that, and I love him to death, and I yell at him all the time. Stop, because you're not gonna be able to have enough points at the end of the year because you've read 15 names, and I'm not going back and searching through all them names.
I'll tell you what I was thinking about this today is I think we might have the judges. Excuse me. We may have the judges take photos of the score sheets when it's all said and done and give that score sheet back to you.
This year?
Then the competitor can have that, and they've got.
No, because think about it like this. I'm not going to load my phone up with 15,000 million pictures and not be able to do anything else the rest of the year because I'm loaded down with Base Wars photos. It's not because I have to save them photos somewhere, and where's it going to go on my phone? And then
put it on your computer.
6 months from now, when somebody's arguing because they want to see them score, I've got to go dig back through. No, I want them.
No, hopefully, they would have their. Score sheets.
I want them score sheets because I'm going to go back.
Well, we may have to copy them or something, but we got to find a way for them to know what shirt
they need to take a picture of their score sheets before they give it to me.
No, it needs to have the score, and it needs to have your signature saying that they did this.
Okay, well, then I'll write the score on there, and then they can take a picture and then give it back to me.
Could do it that way too.
But I'm keeping the score sheets. No, it's not happening. No, because it's happened a couple times, Billy, where we've had to go back and look at them score sheets.
But you'd have that as well as on your computer. It'd be a lot easier.
But if I'm at a show and my computer's here in Kansas, and I'm at Missouri Springfield on a show, and somebody comes up and says, "Hey, in such and such show, I ran this class." All of them are at home on my computer at home.
I just say congratulations, man.
No, it's just no. No,
well,
realistically,
we
no.
got to do something, and I'm not sure what it is, but they need to. The competitors need to have copies of what they did. We are not going to go get duplicates. That's too expensive.
Have them search. See, and I've did the same, Dan. Go back every show that we put out. Billy or Billy's son puts up
Yeah, we make
a graphics for it. So if
That's
you
true,
tell
too.
me that you ran October 19th in 2025, go back through October 19th, 2025 on Base Wars, and the next day or 2 or 3 or maybe 4, by some slim chance, it will be up there. And you will be
Yeah,
able to look at
that's-
your stuff and screenshot your stuff.
Yeah, they could do it that way, but they need to get a picture of either we or they need to get a picture of the score sheet because we have stopped making graphics. If it's like 3 or 4 people at the show, we don't really make the graphic. We'll add it to a couple others, but sometimes they don't get made, so we can't really count on that. So we gotta keep it with the score sheets.
Yeah, but you have some people that have keys and all kinds of other things that's going to make messes, and I've did that before, and that's a nightmare because you have all them carbon copies sitting there, and somebody runs one thing across it, and it messes up every carbon copy that you have there.
Yeah. I think a photo taken by either us or I know what you're saying, but you can upload those to your computer and have them saved, and then you don't have to keep up with all the papers and let the competitor keep that. But
I'm old school. I'd rather have the papers in my house. It doesn't fail.
Like you said, though, there's 20 others of us, and what are you going to do with all of them? I got papers that talk because the judges mail them to me, right?
Yep,
Man,
absolutely. Yes, sir.
I ain't going through all those to hunt a score. I'd rather be sitting here looking on the computer,
And I understand that absolutely.
Yeah, but I think it's fine if the competitor takes the picture.
I think I hate to say this, but let's be truthful. You shouldn't come to me and ask me if you have 5 shows in that class. I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, and don't take this wrong, but you should know if you ran that class 5 times. Let's be truthful, guys. Unless you are just a complete pothead stoner and you can't remember your last name, you should know if you went to 5 shows. I mean, like my guy Charles down here, he was missing a show, but Charles was smart enough. Every time he ran a show, he wrote it down on a piece of paper. October 19th, Base Wars at My Audio. October 29th, such and such. January this or January this. Every time he ran that class, he wrote it down on a piece of paper. And then he just came to me and said, okay, October 19th was this class. January 2nd was this. March this. March 6th. So if you don't remember everything, at least maybe remember the month and the date, and that'll help the judge. I mean, that's kind of limited.
This is what's going to happen for us in the future. I was on a podcast the other night, and they acted like I was a dumbass for saying a website costs $25K, but they're the dumbasses because they don't know. They're ignorant of the situation. So our website will have a lot to do with an app and stuff, and that stuff does cost $25,000. Got 3 quotes, and that was the cheapest one. So they are the dumbasses, not me. That's why website costs a lot, but it's going to be part of what we do.
I get that, Isaac, and I really do, and I understand that. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that, but I mean, you got to remember, I got 25 to 30 people that run in my lanes every year, and you expect me to remember all that? It's not fair for me either. If you can't remember that you ran in 7 classes, but you expect me to remember that for 35 plus people?
Well, it should be on us to do it, and we're working to be able to do it. But I'll tell you what, man. The reason this was never really a problem for us in the past is 2 reasons. We got duplicate sheets, but we're not doing that. I don't even like doing the sheets. I've almost, if it wasn't for the little waiver that you sign, I would tell the judges don't even use sheets. But point with that is we would always keep a notebook of the temperature, all that stuff, and what we did, and so that's how we had all our shows written down, because we kept our scores in a notebook, right? So those of you that are serious competitors, or if you want to become serious, you can, make your little notebook, write the time, the temperature, the humidity, all that stuff, and your score.
Well,
and
it's
where
kind of
at,
it's kind of
elevation.
like what I said to about Charles earlier, and I'm not trying to like pull him out in here, but if he wouldn't have been diligent and wrote down every show that he went to, there was one show that he was missed on, and that was a clerical error on our part. It wasn't his part; it was our part. And if he wouldn't have had that show written down and the exact date and time, or not time, but the exact date that he ran that show, I wouldn't have known to go back and look at, hey, October 19th, Charles ran this class. Why didn't he get the points for running this class? And I knew it was a clerical error on our part. So, I mean, you got to kind of like 50-50. You guys got to kind of help us a little bit. You can't rely upon us for everything. And I'm not being rude by that because, yes, like Billy said, it is kind of our responsibility. But we can only do so much. And there's so many of you guys. Which, that's not a bad thing. Not being rude or disrespectful by that. But we need a little bit of help.
So check this out. This right here is how the scores come from the term lab. And people talk about, or a lot of people have been throwing that's like, oh, it's about the money. I want y'all to look. Jordan drove to Mobile, Alabama on a Friday. He had 3 runs. It's a 4-hour drive for him there and 4-hour back on a Friday night. So dude didn't get home till 2 or 3 in the morning. So, the people are talking about the money, kiss my, you know what. Anyway, so here's another one. So look at this. Let me go to some of our current classes because we changed them at the very beginning.
The link is on basewars.org right now. If you guys have a question on shows or a question on anything, go look. It's up there right now, and you can see.
So right here, this is kind of how it comes to us. So you'll notice right here, this column, this is like what place, but that's a bad example because there's nobody. We don't have there's Ruckus and Shelby a bunch. See, we have to go and renumber all these right here. This is first, second, third. Right. And we have to go and renumber all. We have to do a lot of work to this data to make it usable for us. But my point is this. If you run on the term lab, your name will be here. Your score and your run will be here. If you have a member number, I bet you guys can barely see that.
Barely.
There's a member number, but that's only if the judge puts it in there. If he don't put it in there, then it's not there. You don't have it. And so right here, so what we do, if we got somebody that becomes a member that day, we write new. So that we know to go find that person and put their member number. Now, don't look at that and think that I didn't do that because this right here is our sheet of scores, if you will, if it'll load. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's the qualified. So here's what they look like to us after we manipulate it. So we got the class, the name, what place you place. This is a key identifier for the show name, your score. All this is here, and then your member number over here, But so what I'm telling you is we'll have your data when we can sort this and find your name. But if your name is in there 10 different ways, it's hard.
RJ,
we don't know what to look for.
RJ, your member number never changes. Your member number always stays the same, no matter if you started in 2019 or you started in 2025. Your member number is always going to be the same. Even if you skip a couple of years and you come back 3 years later, you're still going to have the same member number because that's how it falls out in the thing. But it will always be the same. It's never going to be different.
I am going to pull something up for him.
What about
all right? This is a different sheet. Almost. I got to find it.
You're fine, and I understand that, sir, and I appreciate it. That's why I was just telling you. Your member number will always stay the same no matter how many shows or how many years you run with this. Even if you run 10 years and you stop and don't come back for another 20 years, you're still going to have the same member number because we won't recreate that number for anybody else. And that is your number, period.
So,
hi, Clay.
The way, and we're changing this right now, so it almost do me no good to show you this, but here, let me share this again. So when you guys become a member of a team, I come in here. Here's your member numbers over here, your normal member numbers, right? Right here. So this is our like master list of members. So if you become a member this year right now, we put it your member number and your name over here, right? And then here, if say Wally is on a team, which I know he is, but I guess that team's not a member or whatever. But if he was, we would put that team number here, and that would assign Wally to that team. Then every time Wally gets points, that team gets points. And that is calculated, not there. Let's see. Yeah. It is calculated somewhere here. Yeah, right here. So this is a total county wheel, but then here's the local team, national team, and global team. And that's where we add your points up. So that's how the team things work for us. Now, that's not the team events that we run. Those are different. You know, like the like when we run them head to head against one another, that's a little different. Team wars, group numbers, scores for teams. Not sure I answered that right, man.
Said that she's ready to come see Papa and
right.
see Mississippi. Papa Billy. Hey, right. Papa Billy.
Yeah, that's I hope that becomes popular, and we got plans for that. The team wars that you see us host at some of these events, these teams against teams, we've only done a couple. We've done two. We tested it twice. And second time went over really well. We need to do some more of them. But eventually this will all tie in. But right now, that is just calculating the points that you guys accrue throughout the year based on that 1 for enter, 3 for third, 5 for second, and 10 for first. That's what that is.
My name isn't on the members list, but I did join late in the new year this weekend. So just remember, just because you paid for your membership, there is a link that is going to be sent out to you from your judges. And if you don't go fill that link out, nothing else is going to matter. And I'm sorry to be like that, but you have to fill that link out so Billy can get the rest of the information on it.
Yeah, if you did it this in the last week, I haven't looked at it since then because I just kind of figured all of them was 2025. But yeah, but no worries. If you did, you did. So don't sweat it. We'll send it to you. I'll look at it tomorrow.
Absolutely. So just remember, it's always going to be there, but you do honestly, you have to go and fill out that separate link. So
yeah, if you buy it online, I send you the I email you.
Yeah.
If you give it to a judge, if you give the money to a judge, they give you the link right there on the spot.
Absolutely. So just remember, you have to fill that link out to make it all matter. Please and thank you.
Yeah. Well, all right, sir. I think I'm hungry now.
The link. My email messed up. Okay, RJ, reach out to Billy tomorrow, or maybe later on tonight. I don't know, and he can help you out with that.
Yeah.
All right. So. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys very, very much. We appreciate you guys for all the love and the support you gave us all year long. And I kind of just, I almost feel like this is like January or December 31st, and we're going into the new year, but I know it's not.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
But we are. This time next year will be a new year for Base Wars.
Yeah. Hey, RJ, text me, send me a message on Facebook, your zip code.
Yeah.
That'll speed us up a little bit.
Yeah, please, RJ. He'll help you out with that. I promise you. So, thank you guys. We definitely love you all. We appreciate all you guys dealing with all the ups and downs and just everything. Thank you. Don't put it here, RJ, because he's not going to be able to remember that. Please text him in a private email.
Definitely message.
Please text him in a private email, sir.
Yeah, message, yeah.
So
or 601-953-6504.
I mean, Billy has put his number out there so many thousands of million times.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the same number, man, since 1990 or 1990, I think.
Damn, you've had that for damn, that's decades upon decades upon decades upon decades upon decades.
I look forward to getting a new number one day, but right
Damn.
now I just got that one.
Wow, that's a long time, Billy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's at least 10 years.
Yeah, whatever. 10 million years.
Yeah. So, listen, just in case, man, I didn't think about should do this earlier before it got late, but so the North Carolina location is happening. Walton Wally's going to run that for us. Jeffrey's kind of landlocked into where he's at. He can't get there. So Walton Wally are going to run that for us. They're going to do a kickoff that show. They got they'll be able to take some of the proceeds or all the proceeds, what they're doing, I ain't sure, and give to help people around there with their flooding and all that stuff, you know. Greg is going to do something also. I think I just saw where he's going to have a donation drop box there Saturday. Greg's location moved from the fairgrounds to a racetrack there. I made a post about it. I guess I should probably make a post all the locations tomorrow. Most people know where they're going though, so I'm not sure if we will, but because it takes a while to make them graphics, but I'm busy. But Jordan is going to be in Fairhope, Alabama at Samuel Skinner's place, and we made an event for that, so you can find that
tomorrow.
And then let's see, Jimmy, where are you at?
I am in Springfield, Missouri.
Right, at GP?
At GP, not at GP, but it is the barn location, I believe.
Okay, all right. And do you know where Dan is?
No. I'm sorry. I don't know the exact stuff. See you Saturday, Isaac. Thank you. I appreciate you. Dan is going to be Nebraska.
We got the greater Mobile, well, not Mobile, Montgomery. I don't remember what he called it, but we got a Montgomery location. That's Jason's place, the box shop. There'll be one there. Let's see. Richard is in Bloomington, California. Who am I missing, Jimmy?
There's Dan's right there. T-Seal, South Dakota.
Midwest Sound and Power.
There you go.
Let's see. Where's Tina? Tina is going to be, she's going to be in Montgomery. At the box shop.
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Let's see. Pop Tart is going to be in Russellville, Kentucky, I think is where it's at. I think
that's what it is, but I don't know the exact.
Yes. Yep. Brandon, he told me. Brandon rented some fairgrounds, I think.
Yeah.
Huntington County Fairgrounds. Yeah.
Huntington, yeah.
So, Michigan, you know, they didn't tell me where they were doing it at all, I don't think. But Michigan, Bell and Jim, they're doing one. Anybody know where theirs is at?
Don't. I apologize. Does anybody know where Bell's at and Jim? I don't. Sorry, I apologize.
And then we got Tony in Ohio.
There you go.
Crystal Motor Speedway. Okay. And then Tony in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot. It's 10 locations we have. Now, some of the locations, we don't expect a lot of people there, but got 10. And we only do that. We'd like to have everybody in one spot. Don't get us wrong. It'd be so much fun and so much easier. But think of all the traveling you guys are not going to have to do. Now, I ain't saying they're all in your backyard. You might have to travel a few hours, but it beats traveling across the country, you know. And on a different note, too, I thought that we had dropped in number of runs this year. I was mistaken. We picked up, I think we grew by, I calculate this right quick. I was bummed because it's the first year. I was thinking that Base Wars didn't grow, but we did. So
really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's see. I think we grew by about 27%,
I was
26
going
and
to
a
say
half.
22 to 25 is what I thought, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, 20, whatever I said. I was wrong. I thought we had 7,000 runs last year, but we didn't. Only had 5. And we got almost 7 this year. And we increased our members by over 100, I think.
I think so, at least.
At
Yeah. Yes, sir.
almost 300 shows.
All right,
That's a
sir.
lot.
I think I'm done. I'm getting
ready.
yelled at from up above. I still got to get things ready for the final show tomorrow or for this weekend. So I do apologize. I'm not trying to be rude and cut us off short, but we got to go.
It ain't short. It's late. I'm about to fall out.
Absolutely. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Billy, don't go nowhere. I want to talk to you afterwards for a minute. And, I appreciate everything that everyone has gave us all year long with the love and support and everything that you do for us. And trust me, we do listen and we're here for you.
Hey, that's brutal. Lost his grandma.
Man, that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I apologize. And wow.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna end this out with the national anthem. Well, no, that's not right. We're gonna go with this one. This is different. We'll do this one. Have a great night and peace out.